Hello everyone. My name is Vineet Kumar and today I am going to share something that a lot of have you been asking for my real life experience working as a SQL Server DBA at HCL Technologies. If you are planning to get into DBA or if you are curious about what a DBA does on a daily basis, then stay with me till the end. This video will give you a practical and honest understanding of the role. So I have divided this video in some section. I will go with first section, how my journey begins. So let me start with how everything began. I joined HCL Technologies as a database intern. During that time, I got hands-on experience on SQL Server and Oracle database. Those 4 months gave me a solid foundation how a database works, how incidents are handled, how monitoring happens, and all these things. After that, I have become a full-time employee at HCL Tech, and from that time I am working as a SQL Server DBA there. Let us go to the next section, that is what does a DBA actually do. Before I talk about my responsibilities, let me explain what a DBA is. A DBA is responsible for keeping database healthy, secure, fast and available. If a database slows down, the DBA fixes it. If a server or a server fails, the DBA recovers it. If an application is facing some slowness or if needs performance, a DBA tunes it. If an if something breaks in the midnight, guess what? A DBA jumps in to save the day. Basically, DBA makes sure business application never stops. So what I do as a SQL Server DBA at HCL? You must be wondering that. So I will answer that also. I will tell you my roles and responsibilities there. So first role that I have is installation and configuration. So in all projects, new servers are getting created. So as a database administrator, we have to install the SQL Server on that newly created server, and we have to done those installation with company standards or our client standards. We have to create a SOP, get that approved with our client, and get that approved with our client, and we have to get that approved with our client, and then only we have to follow that SOP while doing installation. And we have to follow all the hardening steps. What do I mean by hardening steps? That we have to put data files and log files in the different drives. We have to assign some particular RAM to the server, to the SQL server. We have to create jobs, backup and restore jobs, and index jobs as well. So we have to follow these things while installing the database. So it's not a easy job. Let's let's go to the second step, that is patching and upgrade. So as a DBA, we have to patch our database depending upon our project requirement. So in our project it is quarterly basis, so we have to patch our database on the quarterly basis. Every quarter, Microsoft releases new patch, so we have to install on our database server. Then comes backup and restore. Backup is one of the most important tasks of a database administrator. So if any disaster happen or if anything goes wrong, we have to recover that data, or in order to recover that, we would require a database backup. So key we should do database backup on daily basis and keep checking if it is getting successful. Also, if we have to check if backup is able we are getting to restore the data with that backup set. In order to check that, we have to do disaster recovery drill as well. So That also we do on the monthly basis. So what we do is we take the backup, some old backup from some different server and restore, try to restore and check if data is accessible. So it helps us getting ready if anything goes wrong for disaster recovery. Other major responsibility of DBA is user management. So we have to manage the user, how many users can access the database and which data. We have to provide them access depending upon the requirement, read, write, uh, and execute permission or DB owner depending upon their use case. And while providing the access, we follow the least privilege access method. Other than that, our responsibility is monitoring. So as a database administrator, we have to monitor the database performance as well and server performance as well. So to check on that, we have to monitor the database server metrics such as CPU, RAM, and disk utilization, backup compliance, then SQL job status, resource issue, and performance slowdown. Monitoring the performance or these metrics on a proactively basis helps us to reduce critical incidents. Other than that, if we are working as a infra team, we have to do a lot of incidents. So if any user face any issue, he will report an incident and we have to work on that. And these incidents have some SLA. So we have to close those issue within that SLA. So with that, I am learning how to do work in a timely manner. So this is what all about my roles and responsibility. Let's go on the next section, that what I have learned during this internship. This job has taught me a lot of things. As I have spent a lot of time, so definitely it has taught me a lot of things, both professionally as well as technically. So I have divided it in two parts. One is technical learnings, other is professional learnings. So in technical learnings, I have learned a lot about SQL Server and Oracle architecture. Other than that, I have learnt about database backup and restore. That is very important. Okay, then I have learned some basic about performance tuning. I am not master on that, but yes, I have learned some basics of performance tuning. I have learned how to monitor the database. Also, I have learned the user management. While working here, I have get some hands-on experience on Azure as well. So that also gives me an extra edge. Now let me tell you some professional learnings that I have got while working here. So handling pressure is one of the thing that I have learned. So if you are alone in the project, other people are on leave and you are working alone, it it teaches me how to handle pressure during those times and how to work efficiently. It also teach me time management, because time management is an important skill that we should learn when we are working as a professional, mm, working professionally. So it gives me that skill as well. Other than that, I have learned ITIL process. When you are working in an infra team, ITIL, having a knowledge on ITIL is a must. And it also improves my communication skills with other team, because as a DBA you have to communicate with infra team, server team, apps team, network team, and audit team, all of the teams. So if you are good with communication, that gives you an extra edge. So this is my learnings. Now I will go on the next section, that is advice for a new DBA. So if you want to enter in a DBA field, here are my honest advice to you. First one is start with the basics, because basics are everything. If you are good at basics, you can learn everything. Learn backup and restore concepts deeply. You have to good at backup and restore, because these are most of the time you will be working with this. You have to practice installation and user management, both on the with the user management, both with the T-SQL as well as GUI. Then you have to good at writing SQL. And then my last advice would be stay patient. DBA is a responsible job. You can't become expert DBA in one day. It takes time. And in the last, keep learning always. So this is all about my DBA experience. Thank you so much for be with me. I really hope my experience gives you some insight and you will make informed decision if you also want to become a DBA, or you have got some insights about DBA roles and responsibilities. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. uh, if you have any questions, you can comment down in the chat. I will see and reply to you. Thank you everyone. Bye bye.